Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is July 12th, 2023. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is time to preview tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. I'm Lance Brock. Thank you for tuning in to this Tuesday or Wednesday morning episode of the podcast. Hope everyone is having a great morning so far. And let's get right into it and talk about tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite, which will be live from Saskatchewan. I probably messed that up. Saskatchewan. As the Canadian tour is almost about to end. I believe this Saturday in Calgary is the last date, and tonight Dynamite will be live on TBS, and tonight we will find out the fifth member of both the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club for Blood and Guts next week in Boston. It'll definitely be interesting to see who each side goes with in this one. Eddie Kingston, of course, in Japan right now for the G1, or about to start, but next week by this time the G1 will be underway, and he actually has a match next Wednesday, I believe, which is the reason why he won't be able to compete in Blood and Guts. And we have more matches in the Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament. The AEW World Champion MJF and Adam Cole, baby, will take on the team of Big Bill and Brian Cage. And the AEW International Champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin, will take on Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. Also, I believe we will have the semifinals for the women's side of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Also, we have the Ocho, Chris Jericho, taking on Commander, which I think that could be a pretty good match. Not too long ago, if you remember, Jericho also had a really good match against Bandito, another luchador, which I think that could also be a very good match as well. And also, speaking of Chris Jericho, last week Don Callis offered him to join his family, and the answer Don got from Jericho was maybe, so they're kind of teasing that right now. Not sure if he will join with Don Callis and Konosuke Takeshita or not. I kind of think that they should keep him with the Jericho Appreciation Society right now. I don't think that's quite ready to be done yet. Also, we will get the debut of now 18 years old Nick Wayne. Remember, it was about a year or so ago, it was announced that he had like that contract offer. I think it was for when he turned 18, he would get the AEW contract. And now the time has come, and tonight Nick Wayne will be making his AEW in-ring debut, taking on Swerve Strickland, which I think Swerve is a good choice to put him in with on his first match on Dynamite. I have seen Nick Wayne on the Indies in Game Changer Wrestling. Is very talented young man, and I think in AEW he could have a good, promising career. And last week on Dynamite, we had that very good video package, Darby Allin talking about him and his father, Buddy Wayne, which that video package was done very well to prepare, I think, the AEW audience who maybe hasn't seen him on the Indies and his stuff in GCW. I think that it did a good job to prepare them in case anyone hasn't seen him. And that is tonight's new episode of AEW Dynamite Live, 8 p.m. Eastern on TBS. And like I said, got a pretty big weekend coming up. But first, tomorrow, got the usual Thursday shows, Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor on Honor Club. Friday, of course, SmackDown and Rampage. And then Saturday is the big pro wrestling day coming up. We have the first day of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1, AAA Triple Mania taking place, Impact Wrestling Slammiversary that night, and of course AEW Saturday Collision episode 5. Definitely going to be a busy day Saturday, and what I'm planning on so far is watching both Slammiversary and Collision Saturday night, and since it's a pay-per-view night, do a live episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. I'm not sure as of right now what time we'll be starting the podcast. Luckily, Impact does not do the media scrum press conferences after the show, so don't have to worry about that going too long. Not so much the WWE ones, like the Money in the Bank one. That one didn't last too long. But like the AEW ones, sometimes Tony Khan talks for quite a while. But shouldn't have to worry about that with Impact. That should be a very good show. Slammiversary coming up. And that's all for this Wednesday morning episode of GMWF. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Once again, hope everybody has been having a great morning. And hopefully tonight we'll have an episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic recapping tonight's Dynamite. And we'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday episode of GMWF. Hope everyone enjoys AEW Dynamite tonight. Until then, have a great pro wrestling day.